the headwinds, and that helps your group to grow faster.
The proposed takeover of the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport by the Adani Group, an Indian conglomerate, has sparked significant controversy and protest in Kenya.
That strategy has meant the Adanis now control big chunks of India's infrastructure, including ports, airports, and data centers.
Lakini Adani, be warned, you will not succeed in taking Jomo Kenyatta International Airport.
Abana.
The deal, which would have granted Adani the right to operate JKIA for 30 years, has been made with widespread opposition from various stakeholders, including government officials, civil society organizations, and the general public.
The Indian is requesting to be given free to import, to be given visas to import Indians to Kenya. Is requesting to be given 30 acres. That's a document which is there. We don't know how to read this. To be given an area to build hotels and accommodation.
Kenyans ask this question: why are they hiding the Adani proposal? Why?
The primary concerns raised against the Adani Group revolve around allegations of corruption, corporate misconduct, and potential risk to national security. These concerns have led to protests, legal challenges, and growing public backlash against the proposed takeover. One of the major concerns surrounding the Adani Group is allegations of corruption and corporate misconduct. The company has been implicated in several controversies in India, including allegations of insider trading, tax evasions, and environmental violations. These allegations have raised questions about the company's ethical practices and its suitability to manage a critical national asset like JKIA.
Adani owns 74% of the second busiest airport in India. So zile 135 airports za India hazitaki. He wants JKIA. Why? What's in JKIA yenye anatoka all the way 6 hours away kuja kuchukua nini? JKIA. Mbona si run hizo za India? Why? What is the hidden agenda about him taking JKIA? Kuna nini?
In particular, the Adani Group has been accused of using its influence to obtain favorable government contracts and avoid regulatory scrutiny. These allegations have fueled concerns that the company may engage in similar practices in Kenya, potentially compromising the integrity of the JKIA takeover process. Another major concern raised by critics of the Adani Group is the potential risk to national security posed by the takeover. Some argue that allowing a foreign company to control or a critical infrastructure asset like Jomo Kenyatta International Airport could compromise Kenya's sovereignty and national interests.
Adani was asking to have the title deed of KIA in their name. And the reason they gave is that they will want to use it as collateral for taking loans. They asked KIA, after 2 years, they will renegotiate workers' contracts. No. Yes. But I don't think I'm really safe. I have received a lot of threats since the day I exposed this deal from Indian bloggers as well. In Kenya, the DCI, they tried to intimidate us by sending trumped up charges.
Critics have pointed out that foreign ownership of JKIA could make it vulnerable to foreign interference or cyber attacks. They have also expressed concerns about the potential for Adani to prioritize its own commercial interests over the needs of Kenya's aviation sector. The proposed JKIA takeover has sparked widespread public protests and legal challenges. Various civil society organizations, opposition parties, and concerned citizens have expressed their opposition to the deal, citing concerns about corruption, national security, and the potential for job losses.
Now, Transport Cabinet Secretary Davis Chirchir found himself on the wrong side of a parliamentary committee when he failed to provide it with necessary documents on leasing of the airport. Chirchir claimed he could not provide the information before the committee as the matter was before the courts. As KTN's senior political affairs reporter Daniel Kariuki now reports, fresh claims have emerged that there were contractual agreements between the Adani Group and the Kenyan government to enable the company run several other institutions and services in Kenya, including the new Social Health Insurance Fund plan.
Only for the CS to appear with no documents.
Excuses that we have had today are totally unacceptable. We can't be told, oh, the matter is in court, or
guided chair, and to the extent that we did not prepare the documents because granted from what Senator Sifuna said, maybe we should have come along with the documents, but allow us to submit the documents formally.
We expect you to do better than CS Murkomen. So you should start at the right footing. Don't start the way Murkomen used to mess all of us, Mr. Chair.
In response to the public outcry, several legal challenges have been filed against the government's decision to grant Adani the right to operate JKIA. These challenges are focused on issues such as transparency, accountability, and adherence to due process in the procurement process.
The contract which has been signed means that all the other airports cannot be refurbished, cannot be changed, cannot be repaired until that airport is built and until Adani has finished operating it in the period of 30 years.
So wait, what?
Yes.
So other airports can't be refurbished?
You can't refurbish, you can't change them.
Why?
Adani has been given another contract for them to take Ketraco. Somebody whispered to me that there's a likelihood that Adani might also be given KenGen. And finally, what Adani wants is to take over the port of Mombasa.
Despite the widespread opposition, the Kenyan government has defended its decision to grant Adani the right to operate JKIA. The government has argued that the deal will bring significant economic benefits to Kenya, including investment in infrastructure, job creation, and increased tourism.
I have seen many people saying William Ruto wants to sell the airport. Am I a madman? You know, how do you sell a strategic national asset? You have to be insane.
JKIA Airport is very crucial, and of course for sustaining economic growth, tourism and trade. It will also enable Kenya to better compete with other regional airports that have recently been upgraded. For example, Tanzania, Rwanda, and Ethiopia. The Adani proposal is under consideration. No agreement, and I repeat, no agreement has been signed. JKIA is a strategic national asset and is not for sale. The people are peddling lies and rumors that people are going to be fired, and that is why people are going to the streets. That is not true, and those are lies. The government views PPP as the most viable financing option for critical infrastructure upgrades. So early this year, in March 2024, if I'm not wrong, Kenya Airports Authority received a privately initiated proposal from Adani Airport Holdings under the PPP Act. The proposal is undergoing thorough due process, including stakeholders' engagement, National Treasury approval, cabinet clearance as mandated by the PPP Act of 2021. No terms have been agreed upon, and all aspects are subject to negotiation. For example, look at the expressway. It's doing very well. The government has not put up anything much on it. And that is the same thing as JKIA, because the investment is about $2 billion, and we don't have that $2 billion. We have also seen numerous incidences that have highlighted.
However, the government's stance has been met with skepticism from many voters. Critics have questioned the transparency of the procurement process and the fairness of the terms of the government of agreement. They have also argued that the government should prioritize the interests of Kenyan citizens over those of a foreign corruption.
Because as a concerned Kenyan and as a union, we are so much concerned. Why this process opaque? When they are considering with Ethiopia, Ethiopia gave out a virgin land, and the builders are the ones who are building a new airport from scratch, 25 kilometers from the city. It's not an operating airport. No, it's a new airport. Go to Rwanda. Rwanda, they signed the agreement with Qatar Airways. It's a new airport they are building. It's not an operating airport right now. If Kenya wants to have a new airport, we have Konza City. They have to go to Konza City. There's a space there. Let Adani go there, develop, do what, operate, but not the operating airport right now, which is more profitable. Those are the things Kenyans have to be told what's going on. It's a concern because our actions in the future, they are going to hurt the company, the country, not the country. If today Adani gets that title deed for KA, is going to ask for a loan of trillions. Who is going to pay for that sign? When you are being told Adani doesn't see any feasibility of building another runway, unless after 30 years, that is after his tenure has expired. So what is he building? If you check the auditor's report, it is there, the public domain. Terminal 1A was built using 7 billion of a handling capacity of 2.5 million passengers. We have a parking garage, which carries 2,117 vehicles. It costed 1.8 billion. So what is this Adani going to bring in that the Kenya Airports Authority management has failed? Those are the questions as a government. They should tell us, they should tell Kenyans, not us as a union. That's what I can say.
Thank you. I'm Lechoro, a union official. And when we say that we are opposing Adani as a union, we represent more than 30,000 employees and stakeholders of JKIA. And when we hear there is somebody by the name Adani who want to come and being given 30 years lease of JKIA, when we are not being consulted, we are not aware, we don't even know how Adani ended up being the only bidder in this contract. We have not seen anyone else who competed with Adani. So the question we're asking as the union, how did Adani get 100 days to become the only concession? When we tell Kenyans that this is another golden bag cooking, the government is working day and night to push Adani to be the only bidder who is going to carry out this concession that they want to do. What we are saying is this: as a union, we want to play our role. We are calling Kenyans of all walks of life to join with us, and we stop this kind of behavior of the government of trying to take JKIA. We cannot allow the white men, people to come again and start controlling of our economy by coming to invest with the money that we can get as Kenyans. JKIA is a rich asset, and anybody who wants to come and invest in it, it should not be outside the Kenya Port Authority, which has been the legal entity, which can only expand and make JKIA to become more than what they want to do with Adani. To us as a union, Adani is a scam. It has these people who want to benefit out of it, and it is not to all of Kenyans. They want to take our workers home. They want to take every property to the lease of that years. We know our rights, and we are the people who will prevent this one, and we want everyone to join us as we fight Adani. Thank you so much.
They have also argued that the government should prioritize the interests of Kenyan citizens over those of foreign corporations. The Kenyan judiciary has played a critical role in the JKIA controversy. Several legal challenges against the government's decision have been filed in the courts, and the judiciary has been tasked with determining the legality and the fairness of the proposed takeover. The outcry of these legal challenges will have a significant impact on the future of the JKIA deal. If the courts rule in favor of the government, the deal could proceed despite ongoing public opposition. However, if the courts find that the government has violated the law or acted unfairly, the deal could be blocked.
Totally unacceptable. We can't be told, oh, the matter is in court, oh, we'll be
guided, Chair, and to the extent that we did not prepare the documents because granted from what Senator Sifuna said, maybe you should have come along with the documents, but allow us to submit the documents formally.
We expect you to do better than CS Murkomen.
The proposed takeover of JKIA by the Adani Group has sparked a heated debate in Kenya, with concerns raised about corruption, national security, and the potential for job losses. The government's decision to grant Adani the right to operate the airport has been met with widespread opposition from various stakeholders. The legal challenges and public protests against the deal highlight the importance of transparency, accountability, and public participation in decision-making processes. The outcome of these challenges will determine the future of JKIA Takeover and have significant implications for Kenya's aviation sector and its relationship with foreign investors. It is important to note that the situation surrounding JKIA takeover is complex and evolving. New information and developments may emerge, potentially altering the landscape of the controversy. As such, it is essential to stay informed about the latest developments and to critically evaluate the information presented by various stakeholders. This is Stephen, GC News.